Well, hello everybody. It's another update 12 to the haunt. So let's get started with walking you through what changes or additions have been done here. So um, so right now I have the regular standard white lights on. Haven't I can just switch them to blue color with the remote, but I just turn on the power, so that's the standard light that turns on before I change the color. As you can see, I made this wall out of foam. I don't know if I went over this before. Um, the wall is basically covering the lattice that is actually there. Um, I still have to fix the letters on the crypt, and then this tomb is getting sort of an overhaul. Um, so I haven't done that yet. So this zombie here from Spirit, it's I have to cover it back up with a bag. I had a bag over it, but I guess the wind just blows it off each time. So this is the pop-up zombie. Had to do a repair job on his mechanism because the set screw I put on the original one snapped, but it runs like a good old fashioned clock. So it's something that was like bound to happen eventually. Glad I just was able to put a new one. So, but getting on to the stuff that really has been more updated. So this is a roof piece that's going to go on top of that the tomb that I'm going to overhaul. Um, so the lab, excuse this mess here, but the lab, I just put the Frankenstein monster inflatable in. Haven't put the mask on his face yet, but I inflated him already, so um, you could sort of imagine how his face will look with the mask on. Um, where I had him stored, there was a lot of water, and so I had to wait for his whole body to dry out. So I'm glad it's dried out now. Unfortunately, the weather's just so hot here in Southern California that I don't want to put the mask and have it get damaged from all this high heat. So certain things I'm saving them for closer to opening night, which is going to be different this year than last year. Um, I actually am going to be working at Halloween Horror Nights this year, um, so that's going to be very fun, and that's really a big pro, something I really wanted to do. It's been like a dream basically, um, and this is basically part of accomplishing that dream. It's you know, making all this stuff um, is something that has been able to get me to this point, and I just hope it takes me even farther. So I put some creepy cloth here. Um, so that's another addition. I'm not sure if I showed you this, but inside this cabinet, I'll just unlock it for you. I got some of the things I got from San Diego this year. I put it inside the cabinet. There might be more stuff that will go in, but for now, that's all that's in there. You can kind of see through the glass. The glass has like a foggy tint to it. So, um, so guests will just be able to get a glimpse of what's in there, but it's not something for them to be knowing 100% what's in there. The point is just so they know that this is part of a lab, so there's other things in here. These things, of course, I'm using them, or I used them, so these won't be here. um, but I did install this piece. It's supposed to be I can't remember at the top of my head. It's resistor, some type of resistor box. This is usually used in physics experiments. Um, so I will attach some type of wires. They're not going to be having any electricity flowing through them in any form, but it's going to just give the impression that maybe he's attached to it and something's going on. So still some more work that has to be done there. Now, getting on to, as you enter the lab, There's wall detail. I don't know how good it's gonna pick up. Let me turn on this lantern. So this is one of the lanterns I got in San Diego this year. I also got this tool, mounted it to the wall. The blade is fine. When it's mounted to the wall like this, you won't feel any sharpness of the blade. In fact, here it's very dull. The blade is really dull. I mean, unless you really like throw it against something, then this part would be the sharpest part. But for the most part, it's fine here on the wall. I just really love the way this lantern illuminates. So this is just like one of those tea light that you could get very cheap from used to be you could get it from the 99-cent store. I think you could get from the Dollar Tree. So I just like the tone and the look of it in the lantern here. Let's see how we might so you can't really see the detail in the lower part of the wall, but I could show you on this side of the wall, which is basically what is in the dark down there. So here what I did was there's real green wall here, and there's real plaster that I put on, but it's not moldy or anything like that. So to get that look, it's mainly just layers and layers of paint, various layers, and then so the plaster is basically splattered on, and then to give you this idea that there was shingles or some type of not shingles, some type of tile. These are actually from the Dollar Tree. They're stick-on panels, pieces of fake tile. These are I got like 4 of them one time. I think it was last year or maybe the year before or something like that. So I just stick these on, and then I put the plaster around the edges, and then I detailed it with layers of paint, starting with my lights and then going into some of my darks. And so then you get this various layers, and then to really creep it up, I took like it's a furniture polish or furniture some type of furniture coating, and I put that stuff on there, and it's a dark brown tone, so it gets nice and grimy and gets all over. So I thought that looked really cool, and I put in different areas of the wall. And then on the opposite side down here where it's a little harder to see, I left these there's planks that are going horizontally, left those exposed, and then I put some textured brown paint, and then did some more layering of other darker shades and lighter shades, so it gives you various details and interest. Now here in the corner, so if I'm panning over to this dark corner here, there will be a prop here. It's going to be I think it's like a pop-up, kind of pop-up vampire bride thing from Five Below. That one's gonna go in this corner here, and it's so I'm gonna see maybe if how I'm gonna install it, because it has a weird stand that's gonna be too big. So I might mount it to the corner of the wall onto a beam. So that's something to be expected. Now, so I did show you before this the vampire that I made. Any further progress? Oh, okay, so right here in the spider room, I added more webs. I added a few more spiders around, including this 3D printed spider, and then added a few more that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I got these 2 hairy ones from the Dollar Tree, and then I still have to install the light that shoots a bunch of green spiders, like if they're moving or something. So I think when I throw that, it's going to really just make this room come alive and make it seem like they're all over the place. So anyone with spider phobias will definitely not like this space. And luckily it's not a big space either, because you don't stay in this space too long. You'll move right into the next room, which has our vampire on the ceiling, and then you move to the vampire on the wall. So so that's pretty much it for this update. Again, I'm so glad I'm able to work Halloween Horror Nights. That just means that everything in terms of timing of when this is all going to be open is going to be a little awkward. Unfortunately, I still have more to do. I don't have that much time, but I still have more to do to finish up this lab, and then try to get like a small werewolf scene where you see these stack of containers are. I have to get that done. So stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.